Hi, this is Nicholas York, a registered migration and education agent from Pathway to Oz. Today, I'm going to discuss with you how to obtain PR through studying Civil Engineering Drafting or Electrical Engineering Drafting. Look, Electrical Engineering Draftsperson and Civil Engineering Draftsperson are both on the immigration's medium to long-term list, so immigration has identified these occupations as being very in demand in Australia. If you study one of these courses, and Pathway to Oz can sort of point you in the right direction for the correct course, you need to study a course which runs for at least 2 years, is an advanced diploma level, and preferably accredited by Engineers Australia. Provided you do study the right course, and guys, it's really important that you do, so get advice before, you then look to pass a skill assessment and apply for the temporary graduate work visa. So the Skill Assessor for both Civil Engineering Draftsperson and Electrical Engineering Draftsperson is an organisation called Engineers Australia. And if you study at an accredited institution, you should not need any work experience to pass this skill assessment. So you just provide evidence of your qualifications, completion certificate, and things like that. As long as you've applied for the provisional skill assessment, you can then look to apply for the temporary graduate work visa. Now this temporary graduate work visa, it's not points tested, it's an easy visa to get after you finish the course, and it allows you to build up your experience and accrue the time needed to then apply for the different sort of permanent work visas. So to be able to apply for the temporary graduate work visa, you'll need documents like your education qualifications, IELTS, or PTE or English assessment if you're not from certain countries, native English speaking countries, health insurance, police certificates, skill assessments, etc. We've got a video which goes into it in detail, so feel free to check that out. So once the temporary graduate visa is approved, it's valid for 18 months. So you'll have 18 months from visa grant to potentially look to apply to meet the state requirements or regional nomination requirements and apply for the different permanent visa options. Once you do have that full skill assessment, probably the most realistic visas for you would be the state nominated Subclass 190 or regional nominated Subclass 491. The skilled independent Subclass 189 could potentially be an option, but you do need a lot of points for that. So the state nominated and regional nominated visas, look, they do require you to be nominated by a state or territory. Now each state has their own individual occupation list and list of requirements to apply for these visas. So it's very important that you refer to the states and territory list to make sure your occupation is on that list, when you are going for that temporary graduate visa. And if it's not, perhaps you consider moving to another area where it is. So for example, in Queensland, they'll want you to be living and working in your occupation for at least 3 months for the 491 or for at least 6 months for the 190. Now guys, we do have other videos on these particular visas, the state nominated or regional nominated. So check those out. Now look, just because your occupation is on that occupation list, it doesn't guarantee that you'll be invited for the visa. It's a competitive process, so we would always recommend submitting your expression of interest as soon as you meet the requirements to give yourself that extra bit of time, which could be very important. Look, as always guys, this information is general in nature. And if you do want someone to review your specific circumstances, feel free to contact Pathway to Oz. Thank you.